What's good? It's Amor Shea back with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about Tahiry and Joe Budden. Now they were both former cast members of Love and Hip Hop New York and they dated for over 9 years. Joe even proposed to Tahiry in Times Square on one of the episodes, but Tahiry turned him down. Now recently, Tahiry did an interview with Hollywood Unlocked and she basically discussed that Joe abused her in the past. So I will go ahead and play what she said next.
He's pretty much unpredictable, and I don't know how to explain. I don't know if I trust him too much. So when it comes to Joe, it all depends. I'm always though very I've let go and let God of everything we've been through. So I've forgiven him for everything he did. So it's like whatever to me. I just don't know sometimes how to let go. I really wish they would. I know I live in my truth. Like I know how I'm living. I don't really. I think I've gotten annoyed in 10 years. There's days when you just like you have time. You're like, I'm let him live his life, let me live mine. But I don't really like. It is what it is. I think that the world, we were so fucking dynamic when we first got on the scene, and I'll say first because he wasn't doing that well when we started. That people just, lived through us and love that relationship, but there's a lot that they don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they've only seen what the shows and the edits have allowed them to see. I'm sure that if they knew more of our lives, I'm sure they would leave me alone and they would understand why. So I think that the way I was dealing with being in a relationship with Joe was tucking it in a back, just tucking it, hiding it, just because I can't stop. I have to continue going because people rely on me, because I have to handle stuff, because I have to grow in this business, because I'm not going to fold. I'm not failing because you want me to. And I just keep going until your trauma meets you. So, the words of my friend Charlemagne, either you meet your trauma or your trauma will meet you. I didn't walk into that house to discuss being in a domestic violence before. It just met me face to face. And then watch your ex say something like, Tahiry will fight a man. I didn't fight him. I was scared to death. I've been beaten before. That relationship left me with a fractured rib, a broken nose because somebody was sending him a message, and I used to always say, yo, stop beefing out there. Oh, I'm out there still working. And he hit me on that nose and then pushed me down a flight of stairs. I remember having to talk him out of letting me go that day. I remember having a plan to leave because the reason why he was so upset was because I was already leaving, looking through my phone and shit. But I had already told him, give me 2 weeks to pack up my things. And he agreed to, and then started looking through my phone. Next thing you know, I got woken up by him dragging me from my ankle. I managed to get up from that floor. I remember having everything in my bag, all the things that I needed to have in that bag, my passport, my birth certificate, the shit I needed. That's all I needed to get some money that I had already had together, because I was raised better. I never saw my father hit my mom. I knew better, but I don't know. I became that person that you hear about. And the women need to know that a man will break your spirits before he actually puts his hands on you. It started with verbal abuse, emotional abuse, and then eventually it turned to that. And I still fear for my safety, also protecting, because he hurt me bad and I just stayed quiet. I didn't, what I'm saying? I went to the hospital and he sat next to me and I lied to the doctors and said I was cleaning a cabinet and fell my kitchen. Then he rapped about it.
Now, Joe responded and basically said that the incident with her getting her nose broken had nothing to do with him. And he also said that Tahiry is a clout chaser. Now, here's what Joe said.
What was alleged here? Let me start with, this young lady is a liar, a cancerous, toxic liar. I'm uncertain why she's lying this way. I'm not certain if she is misspeaking, if she has a false recollection of things. I'm not sure what it is, but she said some things that didn't sit right with my soul. We're talking about 24 and 25-year-old Joe, 25-year-old, 26-year-old you. We were toxic to each other. And I'm glad that the climate has changed and we are able to have some conversations today that we couldn't have back then. Yeah. Because today I'm very comfortable saying you were abusive. You used to beat my ass. You threw, you hit me, you kicked me, you did a whole bunch of you said or made it seem as though Your nose was broken as a result of abuse by Joe. You were not clear in how and when and why you got your nose broken, and that Joe had absolutely nothing to do with that. You are a cancerous, toxic, clout check chasing liar. You called me when you got into that physical altercation with that gentleman, and he punched you in your face and your nose was broken. Why this story is coming up now and how it's related to me exactly, I'm unclear. But I can tell you what happened since your memory seems to be a bit foggy all of a sudden.
An old video resurfaced where Tahiry speaks about the incident of her nose getting broken, the same exact incident that Tahiry said Joe caused. I'll play that next.
Don't mind how my baby looked. She was in a fight with a guy and lost.
I wasn't in a fight with a guy, first of all, punk. Because who says that about his girl? She was in a fight with a guy and lost.
Because you might win.
You don't even do nothing.
No. That's where you. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
No comment.
Listen, no. That's some good shit. I like when you say no comment. That's some good shit. No, that was a coward. It wasn't even a man. That's all I have to say. Because I was disrespected, I was violated, and then on top of that, because I defend myself, a nigga came and swung and hit my nose.
That ain't just suck my. I'm gonna see you. Don't worry about it.
No,
listen.
On.
So listen,
oh,
this is it. As I ain't turn the camera on, talk about that. No comment.
Thank you.
Listen.
Thank you. So anyway,
Joe Budden, at Mouse Budden.
Really laugh.
Come on, nobody. Your nose, it's fine. Your smile wasn't the greatest, and Free might have helped you out.
You want me to help you out?
No.
So that's real interesting. I don't know if Tahiry forgot about this video, but this video definitely didn't age well. And people on social media are saying that maybe they both hit each other. And some people are saying it seems like Tahiry is just playing the victim and wants to put the blame on Joe. And people are bringing up the situation that happened on Marriage Boot Camp with her and her boyfriend. They said she was throwing apples at him, but then we all seen that clip where it's showing that he kind of like put his hands on her, but people may think that she was the instigator. So I just want to know what you guys think. Do y'all feel like they are just both toxic to each other, or do you feel like Tahiry is lying about the situation? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And until next time, peace.